We're back. If you're an early subscriber on Patreon, then you're getting this a little bit early, an early release. YouTube, we got something good for you. A few people have been asking me about controlling the action on the ground in an MMA context. Now this works for MMA or Jiu-Jitsu, because as you know, people on their back in a Jiu-Jitsu context, they're gonna look to scramble up as well if they're not having success on their back. So we're gonna frame it as a half guard counter to the underhook, but we're gonna work through the use of an underhook of our own on the near side and a body lock. So let's take a look at that. So my partner's on his back, his knees are in a good position, elbows are in, knees are in. First thing I wanna do is I wanna get two hands on the inside of their body. So I get my left hand on the inside of the knee and I get my right hand on the inside of the hip, and we begin the process of getting their knee flat on the mat, just like that. As soon as this happens, look how I throw my knees in and I pinch and create a wedge around his hip. Now, the context that I'm giving you, let's say this is MMA context or whatever, Jiu-Jitsu context, the guy gets an underhook here. You've been here before, right? The guy gets an underhook and now he's looking to use this to get up to his feet to hit a single leg, whatever it may be. What we're gonna do is if the guy gets a strong underhook, watch my right hand. My right hand is gonna C-shape cup the armpit and I'm gonna lower my elbow towards his hip. See what that does to his elbow? It forces it back down towards his rib cage. Now this has obviously great implications for me. It means he can't get his shoulder under my armpit where he wants to be, right? So I make sure that I finagle my body so that this arm is not flattened out. The second thing is I want to get my head towards his elbow. Once I do that, watch how my left hand inserts as an underhook and my right hand goes from C-shape to posting on the mat. Now it's just a matter of pointing my left foot out diagonally, pulling him towards me, and now starting to bring my forehead towards the mat. Once my forehead hits the mat, we're gonna start walking until I can get Alibi's knees facing away from me. We frame on the hip, we slide our knee through, right to the 3/4 mount position. Now if I wanna pass this position, what do? We work our right hand under his head, we grab his armpit. So I work my right hand under his head, I grab his armpit, I post my hand on the mat, I put my forehead on the mat. Watch how my left foot becomes light. As my head touches the ground, my left leg becomes light, and I'm able to pull my foot out. Take the mount position, or if I'd like, as I start to peel, I can easily pass to either side. I can unhinge to this side or the other side. Both work very, very well. Let's take a look at that again. He's in a position where his knees are in. I get inside position with my left hand and my right hand. I walk out sideways, I throw my knees in, he underhooks me. What do? Make sure that you combat this early on. So, especially in MMA, if the guy's shirtless and he's looking to get up, he's gonna get up fast. So we have to be able to address this quickly. We pin, we lower our elbow, we get our head off center. As we underhook with our left arm, we pull our training partner towards us with a lateral leg, and then we work on driving our forehead to the ground. And we don't stay here. Do me a favor, don't stay in this set position where his knees are facing the ceiling. This is gonna be bad for us because he's able to move his hips freely. I have to get his knees pointing in the opposite direction of my body. So as I get Alibi here, watch how my legs start to walk. See this? Now when he tries to scramble up, it's impossible. I have his shoulder blades flat on the mat, but I have his knees pointing away from me. Now it's effortless. I can push the knee down, I can slide my legs up, and now we begin the process of underhooking, driving, hooking, and passing to either side, right? We can pass to this side, we can go to the mount, or we can pass to the opposite side as well. We have 3 options. I am going to give you a bonus, stick around to the end. Check out the Patreon. Patreon, we have some fresh content dropping on there every single week. Inside position, I work. I throw my knees inside, he underhooks me. I combat the underhook, I offset my head, and I make sure that I have a reliable underhook. Now it's just a matter of creating a static tension between my 2 hands. I post on the mat, I pull him, I drive my forehead towards the ground, I make sure that my hips are underneath his hips. And then it's easy for me to start to propel my body towards the mounted position. With an opposite side scoop grip of his head, he's now in a position where his head's going one way and his legs are going in the opposite direction. So what do? We unhinge and we pass. Okay? That's number 1. Now number 2 is a body lock. I like the body lock specifically for MMA. It works really well because it makes it so that the guy's completely jammed up and he's not able to escape his hips. So again, everything's the same with my entrance. Come in. This time, as I combat, here and here, I scoop under, and I look to connect my hands. I like to go 10 finger, but you have to watch your training partner. If you have a bad wrist, I would suggest putting palm towards the back. If you have a good wrist and you hate your training partner, go knuckles towards his back. It's gonna mess his ribs up pretty bad, but this is what you wanna do in competition if you have healthy wrists. Knuckle towards his back. Obviously I gotta go easy on his ribs and his back, Alibi's back, so I'm gonna elect to stay here. Now everything's the same. I pull him towards me, I flatten him out, I'm gonna let go of the lock just so I don't hurt his back, and I start to walk my body in the same direction. See that? I pull my arm out, and I start to mount. Now, I'm gonna add one more detail. As I start to mount the guy, and I unhinge, what happens a lot of times in MMA? What does the guy do? I'm asking you guys at home, what does he do? He underhooks me, right? And what does he do from here? He gets out, and then he's wrestling me, right? Happens every time. Happens in high-level jiu-jitsu too. So I'm trying not to create too much of a bifurcation, but if the guy's athletic, he's gonna do this. So as I feel him get an underhook, as I unhinge, watch my left knee. I slide my left knee into the crook of his hip, like this. We call this the phantom leg. So now when he goes to throw to get his hips out from underneath me, it's difficult because I have all of my weight leaning on his bottom leg. Again, we call this the phantom leg, okay? Here and here. And then from this position, we can start to work our offense. I'm not gonna give you guys too much in this one video, but that's a great way to hedge against the guy standing up and scrambling to a single leg. Last time on that, I work out, I get his knee pasted on the ground, I slide my knees in, he underhooks me. This time, as I combat his underhook, I make sure that I get my own underhook, right? And that's reliable, that's a good idea. But I need to body lock him this time. Last time I went here and here. This time, I'm body locking him, and I'm pulling him towards me. Just watch your opponent's ribs and his back. So I'm gonna disconnect my hands for the sake of the demonstration. In a real match, I would never unlock my hands. I would keep my hands locked like this. I'm here, I start to walk my hips, and look what happens. I'm in a position where I can easily mount. I'm giving you a very specific option, right? I'm cross-facing him and I'm unhinging my leg. I can pass a million different ways. You see what I'm saying? 1,000,001 ways. I can easily go here, unhinge, pass, go here, slide back up, go back to the mount. A million things. I'm giving you one option. I'm cross-facing him, I'm driving, and I'm unhinging. And then from this unhinging process, he underhooks me. What do? I put my phantom knee in place, and I combat him this way. See this, guys? This is what we're doing, okay? This is what we're doing. And then from here, we have a bunch of options we build off in our system, but we're gonna stop there. Let's give it to him one more time on the body lock. I hope you see the difference. The difference is, sorry, Libby, is I have dispersed hands with an underhook and a static post. Number one. Number two, I connect my hands. Knuckles towards his back if you wanna hurt him. Palm towards his back if you want to go easy on him. And if you're an extra big guy, a little heavy, I would just disconnect your hands for the drill because you're going to hurt your partner's back. So again, inside position I work, I slide in, he underhooks me, I combat the underhook, I connect my hands, okay? I pull him towards me. I'm going to disconnect my hands for the demonstration. Don't do this in real combat. I flatten him out. I work my hips underneath his. I work to the mount position, and now it's all about getting that crossface in place. As I crossface him, I bring my forehead to the ground. It's an effortless step to just hinge, pass. But what does he do? He underhooks me. If you're stupid enough just to go to side control, he's gonna escape in no time. Okay? Can I mount him from here? I can. That's another option. Turn towards me. I can just mount him, right? That's one option. Maybe his hips are starting to get far away from me. See that? So I slide my knee into the gap. We put him in that phantom half guard, phantom leg. My heel's hidden under my butt. You can see, my heel's hidden under my butt. He's never gonna have the opportunity to trap my foot. So it's not half guard, it's phantom half, I call it. Here and here. And then from this position, obviously, we can start working other options as well. So we usually start to work here. You know, different things that we do to accelerate the position. But we're gonna stop there for now. Alibi, thanks so much, my brother. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't. Check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and share. Take care, guys. Thank you.